Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thunderstruck Super Series. I'm Eddie Smith, and this is the Rebel Racing Network, and we're getting ready to have fun tonight at Richmond Raceway as we are set to on the second half on the downslope of the Thunderstruck Super Series Tour Mods on Wednesday night. And man, we are getting ready to get this thing rolling. We got to warm up for about a minute and a half, and then we're going to get racing. So we got 15 drivers tonight, so we'll jump right into the feature tonight, which will be exciting because we haven't really seen anybody home in a few weeks, so it'd be good to jump right into the action. You're going to see what happens. Man, the last few weeks have been really exciting, and we've had a lot of fun. So Richmond International Speedway is where we're at tonight. And nice and cool, 72 degrees for this fantastic track. I think we'll see a lot of action. High side may work, may not. Don't know. There was an update today, so we don't really know what to expect out of these cars, if they made any big changes, or if everything's going to be hunky-dory the way that it was before. So we're going to find out. And we got about 30 seconds left to go. Take a look at the points while we're looking right here. Mike Wombold still holding on to the top spot. Mike Hasty in second. Josh Oswald, Michael Swink, and Jason Lottridge. Looking pretty good. Tried to make this little thing work, but didn't quite get it in time. But should be looking pretty good. We'll give you a little taste of what we're working on. There's your top 5 in points for the Virginia Slims 125 is what we're going to call it tonight. But looks like warm-up is over now, and we are getting ready to grid up and get this show underway. 125 laps as always, one set of tires. I've been told by Little Birdie that we might be needing a pit tonight. So I don't know if that's true. Not sure. Normally the track's a little bit shorter than what the one we're running on. So yeah. We will see how that goes tonight. That's why we watch the race. But we are getting ready to grid up. And I don't know if we skipped qualifying or what happened, but I'm not privy to everything. But we have looks like just gonna grid up by. Hell, I don't know what's going on. Gonna grid up by iRating, I suppose, and so that puts Dale Shaw on the pole. And there's my grid right there. Dale Shaw on pole. Michael Wombold second. Zach Wittstein third. Josh Oswald fourth. Mike Hasty fifth. Kevin Anderson sixth. William Griffith seventh. Michael Swink eighth. Tyler Rice ninth. Dave Jones 10th. Sam Wittstein 11th. Mike Steffen is 12th. George Fernandez 13th. Hemi Gherardini 14th. And me and Gene Watkinson rounded out to top 15. That'll be our field tonight as we get ready to go green. Pace car is getting ready to head off into pit road next time by. The lights were off, but I don't know if they extended the caution or what, but yeah. Well, Dale Shaw is here tonight. We need to get these paint schemes right. I can tell right away they're not. I was trying to do something last minute, like always, but we are gonna see if Dale Shaw can get this done. Started on pole. We'll be interested to see what this iRacing update did to these cars and how much these guys are gonna be chasing these setups tonight. They've had about an hour to work on them. But we are under green. Green flag is out. Michael Wombold, Dale Shaw leading us down into turn 1. Smaller field than normal here at Thunderstruck, but I think we'll see some really good racing As I don't know what's going on, but Hemi Giardini already coming down pit road. Maybe starting from the pits, probably not a bad idea. Trying to stay out of the carnage a little bit. But right now, it's still a battle between Dale Shaw and Michael Wambold. As Dale Shaw looks like he's going to be able to clear him this time by. Nope. That top side really working for old Wambold. Brandon Wallace says my pick is Hemi to wreck Oswald. So there you go. Already some early prediction on lap 3. And it looks like Dale Shaw is going to be able to complete the pass and take over that top spot. Michael Wambold looking back to the inside, but not quite able to get back there. So Dale Shaw up to the point. Zach Wittstein moving in on this group, followed by Josh Oswald and Mike Hasty. So pretty much 4 out of 5 of these are your top 5 in points, with Michael Swink back in 8th place. So all these guys thinking about the points. Well, Dale Shaw's not. Dale Shaw missed a few races. So it's Wambold, Josh Oswald, Mike Hasty, and looks like Jason Lauter's missing tonight. So we are calling this the Virginia Slims 125. So far, everything pretty clean as we get ready to log some laps. Seems like it's always funny whenever the field sizes get down a little bit. It seems to really improve the green flag racing, as this top 5 is just kind of all over each other. Shaw has pulled out just a tiny bit, but not enough. As we see William Griffith back there almost get into the wall. Looks to maybe just grazed it a little bit. Let's check back here. Behind him on one of our top 5 in points, Michael Swink, in that 51 machine. The paint scheme is highlighter yellow. Normally has a black scheme. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Let's check back up here for this second place. Zach Wittstein starting to move in on Wambold here. So is Josh Oswald. So this little battle for second place is going to get heated up really quick, as kind of hard to tell in these series because just so many tire strategies going to happen. But you don't really know who's pushing too much, who's not pushing enough, maybe taking it a little bit too easy, and who's just doing it right. You really don't know towards the end until you get to the end of the race. You see Zach Wittstein blink out a little bit. Or Josh Oswald, we see what last season's champ's dealing with. Definitely tell you I'd put a lot of wheel into it. This track's really fast though, with for a short track to have a good amount of banking. The car really just kind of sets down into as they put Hemi Giardini a lap down. Josh actually looking down to the inside of Zach Wittstein. Not quite there just yet, so got a little bit of time, but Dale Shaw just slowly but surely pulling away, running about 2-3 tenths faster than the top 4 every lap. Check on the times this time by, as Dale Shaw runs the same lap, 20.87, as Wambold and Zach and Josh, they're all running 21 flat. So Dale Shaw just pulling away ever so slightly. as we roll into lap 16. So it looks like tonight we're going to have a really nice green flag run, which would be extremely fun to watch and see who's able to save the most. But also, Dale Shaw has just shown so much speed that cautions really have been his downfall the last few weeks. So it may play into his hands where, you know, he's able to put a lot of time on the field. These guys just don't have enough, even if he save, have enough to catch up. But we'll find out. We'll check in on Mike Hasty back here as he is still running in 5th place, starting to lose this front group a little bit, but still running really competitive lap times. So I'm sure he's looking just to have a good race. He's been on the bad end, some bad luck this year, and it's been really, really tough on him, some of the races. So hopefully he can get a good race in under his belt and start heading, put his head down, get ready for this championship battle. As while Dale Shaw is definitely racking up the points, he's had some bad luck and really hasn't made up that much. I think he's going to have a tall order to run down some of these top 5. So we kind of look at the points real quick while we're waiting. Like I said, Mike Hayes sitting there in 2nd place. And we see Dale Shaw back there in 11th with 154 points. That's a pretty big ask to make that up. He's got 3 wins. He's looking for a 4th tonight. And Dante Curtis as well down there with a win, but it's not here. So these guys definitely need a good point sight, as you know, you're guaranteed to get a decent amount of points with only 15 drivers, but you want to maximize, you know, with some really fast drivers out tonight, you want to maximize that point. As we see Zach Wetstein kind of getting a little bit loose. I think he was trying to avoid Womble, maybe got to the wall or got close or something, but still running in that 3rd position as you see Josh Oswald trying to find his way by these 2 drivers. So I think we know enough about Josh Oswald and Zach Wetstein about how they race. Wombold's been kind of a weird, you know, sometimes of course he's really fast, obviously, but he seems to drop off quite a bit. So I don't know if he just saves a lot or what, but usually finds himself in bad positions trying to get back up there. So I don't know if he's just missing a little bit on the setup. Definitely has the ability, but always seems to be kind of backing up a couple drivers. And he gets in the wall. He's climbing up. Zach Westside goes under him and was able to hang on to that thing. So I don't know if that's enough damage to really hurt the car or not, but we'll find out as move Zach Westside up to 2nd place to see if he can make any ground up on the leader, Dale Shaw, who is up to a 3-second lead as we go ahead and show these standings here. You see a 3.4 second lead. Now Josh Oswald going under Mike Wombold for 3rd place. So Wombold going backwards a little bit. Like I said, I don't know if he just saves. He's definitely fast. Maybe spends a lot of time on, you know, quality speed or what. Not real sure, but seems to struggle in the middle of the race. And then at the end, we get a caution, a couple cautions, and he is right back up there. So able to hang on to that 3rd place, though. As almost was able to squeeze down in front of Josh Oswald, but not quite. Let's go back here to Sam Wetstein. As he is breathing down the neck of David Jones in that 10 car. Let's refresh these paint schemes just one more time. Trading Paints has been giving me fits for a while. I'm pretty sure I got everybody in here, but some people seem to be missing there. As Sam goes by David Jones, move him up to 11th. It's kind of where he started, so he dropped back a couple spots. But he's worked his way back up there. Now he's looking for Tyler Rice. I think he was on the move, though. It's Mike Steffen, as he is underneath the 12 of William Griffith here. Mike Steffen always finds his way to the front and is always a threat, I think. And I mean, to get up into the top 5 and finish well, but never seems to qualify really well. So I don't know if that's by design. Of course, tonight there was no qualifying, so everything that I say about qualifying doesn't really mean anything. But even without just an automatic field set, he seems to not qualify as great, but able to move his way through the field. So definitely that way tonight, as he is up five spots from where he started. I don't know. Some people get their kicks out of doing that. Some people like to start in the back, work their way to the front. You know, with Dale Shaw in the race, you may think you're not going to win. So I hate to put a guy on a pedestal, but man, he is gone. He is, like I said, about 4.5 seconds out in front right now. Garrett Gator says Griff had this race wrapped up until last lap last season. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Dale Shaw, we've already seen him have definitely the speed to win almost every race he's been involved in. And he does have 3 race wins, which is the most out of anybody. He showed up late, but you know, it seems like whenever you're the best, you know, or you're out front, that late caution, you have the target. Everybody is looking at you. You're gonna have to deal with more lap cars than anybody else. So you know, there's always a chance something goes wrong. Because at the end of the day, cliche as it is, the only one that matters is the last one. So he just got to do what he's doing now, do it for about 90 more laps, and he'll have this thing taken care of. Back here and try to find us some battles going on as Josh Oswald put the 49 of George Fernandez lap down the Dunkin' Donuts machine. Well, if there's something to be said about these Roca guys, is that they definitely know how to put a paint on the track. I think Kimmy Giardini does all their paint scheme. And speaking of, we'll check in on him as he is started from the pits, running a camo. Thank you for your service. Got all the branches of the military on there. Always love to see that on that 117. But I think he may be the main guy who paints all their schemes. And I tell you what, they always have really good looking ones. And so I like how wheels match. Always does a good job. So. But him just trying to get some laps in, stay out of trouble, starting from the pits. He's a lap down, but caution comes out, a couple of them, as Fernandez has gone a lap down. Starting to lose that lucky dog, though, as guys continue to find their way a lap down, as Shaw is really putting down the laps. Probably expecting a little bit more caution. It's just not happening. But check in on the 2 through 4 as Zach Weston able to pull a gap of about half a second here on Wombold, and right behind them, about half a second more, is Josh Oswald. So this top 4 really hasn't changed other than when Wombold gets into the wall, but it didn't seem like it hurt his car all that much. So. Always good to see some green flag racing. It's a lot of times short track series will be kind of littered with cautions, and Richmond always seems to have a lot of green flag runs just because that outside seems to work really well. There's a lot of space. It's really fast. You're really just trying to keep momentum up more than you're trying to like drive deep down in the corner, and the car really just sails around these corners. So always seem to have a lot of green flag, no matter what oval vehicle you put on here. That's the way this track goes. But man, it's really nice to have a good mix of racing with caution, flag to flag without a caution. It'd be pretty awesome. So. Dale Shaw out to a almost 6-second lead now, so he is definitely on rails tonight, as he is a good 10th faster than anybody else on the track. Second fastest driver on the track right now is Mike Hasty, so he is playing right into his strategy of just taking care of everything, working your way back up to the front. He started 5th, so he didn't drop back or anything, but he just seems to it's like a diesel engine, takes a little bit of time to get back going. At this pace, he's definitely got plenty of time to run these guys down. Got a nice little battle here. Go around the lap car. George Fernandez, Michael Swink is on the back bumper here. William Griffith trying to crack that top 8.
Is Swink gonna get it done?
What in the world?
Hello, Eddie Smith.
Well, look here. I got Kyle Roberts in chat or in broadcast booth tonight. I forgot to lock the door, and you just walked right on in.
I tell you what, when you unlock the door, it leaves it open, man.
Yeah, just anybody will just stumble on in. Well, right now, man, we got a Dale Shaw out to about 5.5 seconds, trying to work on 6-second lead over second place with Zach Wetstein. Right now, we got a battle between Michael Swink, William Griffith. Why aren't you out on track tonight, Kyle?
Well, I had to go take my wife out to dinner, so I didn't get to make it. And I jumped in here, and like you said, the door was open, and I thought I'd jump in and say hello and do some off-color commentating.
Well, we're glad to have Kyle Roberts in chat tonight. Well, we watched Michael Swink complete this pass on William Griffith. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be green flag tonight, Kyle. That's always nice, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, it's kind of a, what would they say, a fresh change or something than what we usually get to see.
Yeah, you kind of you get a lot of races with a lot of cautions, but here lately it seems like things are starting to trend back in the right direction. A lot of the series this week went really, really well. The 87 probably had its best race of the season. Were you in that race, Kyle?
I was not, and
all right,
I missed
well, that's probably why, I would imagine, Kyle. What you think?
very, very possible.
But no, all kidding aside, we had a great race, and it looks like tonight we're having a really interesting race. Some people might call this boring, but I don't. I think it's fun. It's interesting. We get to see all the different strategies. Who's good? We always get to see who's good at short run speed. We never really get to see who's got the long run speed and who's able to really save their stuff. As we're not quite the halfway just yet, but get to see who's got a little something in there. I tell you what, though, I don't care how much you're saving, you're not going to be able to run down Dale Shaw. So we're going to need some help.
I'll tell you what, it'd be nice to see some of the guys get up there and give him a good race. And right now, it doesn't really look like that's going to happen.
Yeah, consistently go ahead.
Of course, nobody knows what's going to happen later on in the race. He may be burning his stuff up a little more than the rest of the guys, but it could change in a heartbeat. Get them stacked back up with a caution or anything.
Yep, absolutely. As we hone in on this battle, Mike Weinbold, I talked about him. It seemed like he's really fast early on and then starts to fade a little bit in the middle. And saw him getting to the wall. Zach Westheim be able to come back by, but looks like he is doing the right thing and saving his stuff. And he is starting to hunt back Zach Westheim down. You see him hanging it off the corner, hanging that back end out. So,
yeah, and I'm really surprised because Zach, he's generally pretty good at saving tires and stuff, especially in the races I've been in with him. So it may come back to a battle later on.
Yeah, you can definitely hear Zach having to feather the throttle off the corner. Can't really tell if they're tight, loose, who knows. If we ever get a caution, we might jump in there and ask him, but it seems like it wants to step out just a little bit off the turns, but other than that, it looks pretty neutral. Just having to sort of baby that throttle off the corner. We'll see Wombo keep the a little scary there. He's going to drop back a little bit. Yeah, that was almost disastrous.
He takes one little mistake and you'll lose all you make up.
Yep, as we see Davy Jones right in front of Zach. Excuse me, already gone a lap down, looking to Zach looking to get around him as quickly as possible. Check in on some battles. We can find some. Looks like Mike Steffen has started to run down Kevin Anderson here. Haven't talked too much about Kevin Anderson the last month or so. It seemed like I think he's been out a few races, so it's good to see him in the race.
Here we go. Zach getting around Davey right quick.
Yeah.
And Wambo will come right behind him. Davey got a little bit loose, it looked like.
Well, we stay greens. Everything seems to be fine. But on board Mike Steffen right now as we watch him try to move forward. And I was telling him, Kyle, it seems like Mike Steffen's always really, really fast. Just always, tonight was different. There wasn't no qualifying, but it seemed like Mike's always trying to get through the field. It seemed like if he could get up front, I think he has something for these guys.
And I have to agree with that. You know, I don't pay as much attention to these cars as to do some of the others, so I'm kind of lost on part of it. But it looks like Zach, he's running down Hemi a little bit. Nope, Hemi's in the wall, so Zach gets by him. So
you see Hemi out of the groove there in that Roca camouflage car. Yeah, you put Mike Steffen on some dirt now. He'll make it rain. So I've seen him really wheel at dirt cars. He is slowly but surely closing in on that 81 of Kevin Anderson. The gap for the lead has grown to almost 7 seconds now. Dale Shaw easily about a tenth faster than anyone else on the track and 2/10 faster than our leaders. So saving, not saving, it doesn't seem to matter. He is gone.
Oh, there goes Davey. He gets by Hemi and
yeah, very close there for Mike Hasty, who is in desperate need of a good run and able to get clear of that. Hemi started from the pit, so he's just trying to get him a clean race in. And we have been green flag for 68 laps here as we go check on Dale Shaw here. If you're just joining us, or if you fell asleep at the wheel, who knows? Fell asleep with the phone in the hand. Wake up, Dale Shaw still the leader as he is coming to, he's already lapped up the 10th place. Sam Wetstein now a lap down, and he is starting to breathe on the back of the neck. It's kind of gross of William Griffith and Michael Swink. So those guys fighting, battling it out here for 8th place, about nose to tail, but they feel the heat coming. And they got to get going. So Steve McDonald said, "How you doing tonight, Eddie?" Man, Steve, I'm good, man. Feeling good. I'm feeling like this race, man. I'm feeling chill. Sometimes everybody's got different moods. Broadcasters do too. And I give you all real, man. I don't give you no fake stuff. Coming here, sometimes I'm just excited. And racing, there's wrecking and excitement. Then there's sometimes, man, you got to give it a little smooth. Isn't that right, Kyle Roberts? You got to be.
Absolutely.
Bring it down a little bit. Turn the music
Absolutely.
real low. Light a couple candles, and man, just enjoy the racing. So.
Yeah, have 4 or 5 beers, and everything is good with the world. You know.
That's right. All right, let's go back up front, see if anything's happening with Zach and Wombo. We saw Wombo trying to run down Zach Wetstein, but has kind of stalled out about half a second. So that battle is still ongoing, just seeing who's going to be able to save the tires. Now, I did hear Kyle, and I don't know how much, if this is true or not, because it hadn't been all season, but a little birdie told me that they might have to pit for fuel tonight. So I don't know how much that is, if they have been able to do that. Now, Richmond, a little bit bigger than normal of the tracks that we have. They're about it's a 3/4 mile, I believe, and so a little bit bigger track. So I don't know if a full fuel load will make it 125 laps. So we're going to find that out all together.
Yeah, and I don't know how that'll work on this track. Like I say, I'm not real familiar with the fuel run on these cars. So, I hate to say that they'd make it all the way, but, I'd hate to think I had to come in for a green flag pit in these cars, too.
Yeah, because you don't come in. Yeah, it's not a good pit. It's like you don't come down to get tires because you didn't got none. You only got the one set of tires you start on, so you come down pit road, have to deal with all that, and you come out with a car that's handling probably worse with a full fuel load and worn tires. So it's about the worst.
Yeah. But I mean, I can't see if they do have to come in for fuel, I can't see them taking a full load. They're going to come in and get a splash and whatever it takes to get there. It looks like Zach's flashing a little bit, but
yeah, got a battle here for 5th place. Is Mike Hasty? Tried to squeeze in front of Stefan, but Kevin Anderson made his way past Mike Hasty. Kevin really showing his long run speed as he has been able to run down Hasty and is turning really, really fast lap time. So it's a battle, though. Mike Stefan gets into the wall as he was all over the back end of Hasty. That kind of separates those 3 drivers a little bit, but Stefan trying to, what you always hope for, Kyle, if you're right behind somebody and they pass somebody, maybe, hey, let me scoot in there too, hey, let me get on by. And Mike Hasty didn't want to let that happen, so.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that gap's growing between Dale and Zach too. We're up over 8 seconds now. There's a caution somewhere.
Caution is out. I don't know what happened. Looks like it says Hemi Gardini passed George Fernandez, and then the caution came out. So let's go look at the replay and see if anything happened. I don't see anything unless.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet either.
Lord of mercy. I don't see anybody going down pit road unless George came to a stop or something and slowed down just enough. He did. He came to almost a complete stop entering in pit road, and that may have been what caused it. That would be weird if that was the case. But a loss. We are under our first caution of the night on lap 80 as pit road is open, and guys are coming in. So my little birdie was right. Looks like they're going to need to come in and get fuel like we've already said. No tire changes will happen. They ain't but one guy with a popsicle out there. He can't change no tires. So they're going to put a little fuel in there and make it to the end. We'll see how long Dale Shaw is on pit road, see how much fuel he actually needs. So far, about 9 seconds, 10 seconds. So definitely feeling like they need a good amount as they are spending quite a little bit of time on pit road.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened to bring that caution out. I still hadn't seen what had happened. I looked at George, and it looked like he just went in the pits and come out.
Yeah, sometimes it's so track dependent. It just depends. Like there's some tracks that you can spin and flip and catch on fire and blow up, and a tank could roll through the wall and caution won't come out. But in some tracks you go and like this one, looks like he came to a complete stop entering in pit road, or almost did anyway. Kind of like a rolling stop you do at a stop sign, and that was enough to trigger it. So,
boy, I can't confirm on that deal with having them cautions come out in weird spots too.
Yeah, so I would imagine Richmond's got a little hair trigger on the cautions, and it may have been NASCAR. NASCAR's bad about throwing those debris cautions. It may have been a water bottle or something somebody threw. Wombold or Zach Wetstein probably threw a water bottle out there to try to get this caution so they can get caught back up to Dale. Because, man, I tell you, these He had already put William Griffin the lap down, and got 8 cars on lead laps.
And Hernandez, he'll either get a wave around or have to drop to the back of the pack here. So
yeah,
he's following the pace card around.
Yeah, I mean, some guys stayed out there, but they are coming in pit road now, so it looks like, I don't know. I thought they would get the wave around, but for some reason they didn't. So I don't know if it may just be set up to where there's no wave arounds, or I'm not real sure what happened because William Griffin stayed out, should get the waved around the pace car, but it seems to be dropping back. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
And I'll tell you what, that little thing, it kind of shook stuff up. It put Zach Wetstein back in 4th place with Mike Wimble in 2nd and Josh Oswald in 3rd. So this is going to get interesting right quick in a hurry.
Yeah, Zach's pit stop a little bit slower. I mean, I don't know. He actually had a pretty quick pit stop, but I don't know.
That put Wimble on the outside on this restart, and that might be the place to be.
Well, I think what these guys might need is for Dale Shaw to have a catastrophic failure, power outage, something like that.
Something.
Yeah, because I'm not sure you go down pit road, get a splash of fuel, and all of a sudden gain 8 seconds worth of speed. So they need a lot of help here as he gets a great jump here, not even giving them the chance. As Zach Wetstein gets a nice start too, and is on the outside of Josh Oswald.
Comes Wimble. Wimble taking a peek underneath and didn't quite get there, but
yeah, he's there. It's just depending on if he can stay there. That's always the trick. Wimbold's definitely good enough, but Dale Shaw seems to have that little bit of extra. Wimbold always really good on restart. Man, he's one of the best restarters we have here in the series, but let's see if he can get it done.
And Shaw, I believe, just ran the fastest lap of his race with 20.73.
Well,
so
it's not his fastest lap.
It's
not. This is the scary part. It's not his fastest lap, but it's faster than anyone else's fastest lap of the race. So.
And then he follows it up with the 26.6.
Yeah, that's pretty dang close to his fast. His best lap right now is a 20.64, so he is scooting.
And that is not good news for the rest of the field.
Man, no. Well, the battle for second place has been hot all night. These guys have never really let each other go. And Zach was, a good bit faster early on in the first run. He's looking to the inside. Wimble kind of goes down to defend it. Going to have to open up that door, and Zach going to push his way through here. So Zach Westside showing that short run speed. As let's see if Wimble fights hard. That's just going to open the door for Josh Oswald to get in there, and
they're fighting. It's going to be a race for second, third, and fourth for sure.
Yeah, Mike Hasty's saying he crashed. I'll have to go back and check that in just a second. Watch this battle though between these top 4 drivers, really, second through fourth.
Oh, and Dave gets a little bit loose. Got a little bit of apron there. Might have lost just a little bit of time to him, and he's loose again.
Josh Oswald peeking on the inside of Wimble here. Wimble holding tough on the outside. Got to be really scary for your tires. Maybe try to squeeze in here, but I think Josh Oswald's going to get the run he needs. Wimbold's going to squeeze and jump down to the bottom and cut off Josh Oswald. Oh, as Mike Hasty is in the middle of the track and caution is out. Whoa, that was scary from my end as I saw Mike Hasty come out of nowhere. Let's go back and see what happened to Mike. He crashed a couple times. everything looks fine right now. Goes down in the corner. Oh, yeah, it just gets loose down in the corner. So I think he probably shows he spun out already. Probably got that right rear hot. And goes down in the next couple corners and loses it again. So
Yeah, he just got really, really loose on the entrance of that corner.
well, these guys are going to get another shot at him. Wombold had his shot. Let's see if Zach able to get by Wombold, get back up to that second place. Let's see if Zach has anything for this Dale Shaw. And I think if you're gonna, I don't know. I don't know how you do it. The only thing I can think of is you try to jump the start, get on the outside, maybe get him loose on the bottom, get by him, and then just try to hold him off. But yeah, we got 30 laps left to go. That's going to be a tough ask. So,
well, and these tires got to be screaming hot right now. So it's got to be changing for the guys driving around, you know.
Yeah. Well, we actually hear Josh Oswald. Don't want to give away too many secrets, but I hear him. I don't know if you hear it, Kyle, but you have to be real quiet. I don't hear any engine sounds.
Maybe saving a little bit of fuel there.
Let's listen, see if he clutches it again. Let's be quiet. Let's listen. He must be listening to the broadcast because he was definitely clutching it, and he's not anymore. So, trying to save a little bit of fuel. There we go. There you go. Here it go.
No, I ain't hearing nothing yet.
So a little bit of saving fuel. You know, they probably got his the exact amount they needed to make it to the end of this race, and you know, any more than that, you're asking to be slower. So he might just be trying to save a little bit of fuel to get that for a couple green white checkers, whatever may happen. I mean, you might as well. You're just kind of cruising around here anyway. Might as well save a little bit of gas.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, let's go through the standings here as we see where everybody's kind of shaking out right now. Dale Shaw in the lead. Zach Wettstein in second place. Wombold in third. Josh Oswald in fourth. Mike Steffen up to fifth. Kevin Anderson in sixth. Michael Swink in seventh. William Griffith, they were able to get back on the lead lap. In eighth. Sam Wettstein, the Sweatstein, in ninth.
And he's the first one to lap down. Then we have Tyler Rice, Mike Hasty, Mr. George Fernandez, Davy Jones, Hemi, and Gene rounding out the pack.
There you have it.
Of course, Gene is kind of out of contention now, being 86 laps down. But
yeah, I think he just jumps in to watch or something. I don't know, because he does this sometimes. He'll just hop in, try to get some points, I guess, and he'll run a lap or two, and then it'll pull right off. So I don't think I saw him wreck. So he was still getting with it. Well, all right. Well, about 27 laps to go. You see Zach blinking a little bit. That's never good.
yeah, Zach, he's had trouble with that here lately in a couple of races I've been around, and it seems like he's always in the front when he goes to blinking, and which can really make some guys nervous coming up behind him.
Yeah, it seems to be just really bad and under caution, which is normal for our racing. I've seen that, but here we go.
Oh.
Green flag is out. Wombold all over the back end. Dale Shaw has to be a little smart there to not allow him to get under him. He is going to drive up under him. Dale Shaw losing the lead. Wombold able to take the damn lead, and Zach Wettstein looking on the inside as well. He's going to have position on it. Dale Shaw going to have to gas it up and get it back going.
And Zach, he's just barely behind him coming into the stripe.
Yeah, well, Dale was able to sail it down into the corner that time around, so move him in second place, and now he's got his sights here on Wombold. Watch him and see if he can make it back up to the lead. We already talked about Wombold, how good he is at restarts, and he showed it right there.
Boy, he did.
Dale Shaw runs the fastest lap of the race. Runs a 5.6 as he has got plenty left in the tank. over the back end of Wombold. Wombold doing the best he can to try to hold him off. Got to run down here. Pushes him down in the corner. Going to give him a shove. Wombold out of the groove. Going to go down.
Shoved him up. Is he going to let Zach buy him too?
Beautiful textbook pass right there. Drives down in the corner and pushes Wombold through the middle of the corner. And he has to sail it through the middle and drives off the corner and takes the lead back. So a really, really strong move there by Dale. And great effort by Wombold, though. I mean, that's what you got to do. He may be the fastest car on the track, but you can't just give it to him. You got to let him have it. So he did a good job.
And we got a pretty good race for second and third too, and fourth coming on.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of green flag racing, and man, I tell you, it's been exciting. A lot of stuff going on, especially now as guys have been able to cool their tires off. Zach Wetstein seeing that 83 machine, and he said, "Let me get on by Wombold here and try to see if I can get up there and take the lead." It's interesting about how these guys deal with these tire temps, because we saw as Dale trying to run back down Wombold there was running the fastest lap of the race and already slowed down about 4/10 as Wombold going backwards. Josh Oswald making the pass, moving him up to third place. Wombold's probably used up every bit he had to stay out front.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. What's going to be really interesting is how Josh Oswald, he's kind of a short track guru in the deal, and see how he ends up.
Well, he's got the most patience I've ever seen out of any race car driver. I don't know anybody's got more patience than I can't do it. I always try to get as much as I can get, but he can sit there and wait and be patient, ride behind somebody for almost 100 laps, and then, somehow is able to time it just right where he is in the right spot, moving up, and he's been running towards all race long, and now up in third place, starting to hunt down second. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Dale there, but he gets maybe into the wall, has to check up a little bit. Now Zach Wetstein going underneath. So Dale Shaw in trouble with Josh Oswald actually coming down low on him. So I'll have to go back and see what happened once this all settles out. But Dale Shaw is actually going around. He spins out right in front of Mike Steffen, and Steffen goes around, and Michael Swink also able to miss the wreck, but the guy who dominated the race with 17 laps to go is around.
Cannot believe that just happened.
My goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, let's rewind it and see if we can figure out what happened to Dale Shaw as he dropped like a rock.
Well, I mean, it looks like he just got a little bit loose and then kind of caught it, and then a couple guys passed him, and then he just really tried to throttle up.
Oh, I see what happens. He gets super loose entering in the corner here. And you see that he's got it cocked all the way 90 degrees a couple times. And man, he is super loose, so he lost a bunch of time there. That was allowing Zach Wetstein to get to the inside. He is just dying there. I don't know what in the world happened to.
Well, I'll tell you what, Zach blinked a little bit, and that might have really scared him some. And, I mean, it just kind of, it's like everything compounded on him all in just a half a lap.
Yeah, it's really hard to say because it just looks like maybe his tires finally gave out. Maybe he's just been pushing too hard. But, I hate to make assumptions because I just don't know. You can definitely tell he's got a loose setup. But, man, it just look how loose that is. He's going into the corners and just gets loose enough that Zach gets under him, and then that was it. That's all she wrote. So,
yeah,
eventually just goes around.
You never know whether just timing messes up somebody a little bit or what the case might be. But what I was going to say a while ago before all the excitement happened was I'm kind of curious on what Josh is going to be able to get done because, he used to drive one of these cars in real life. So he ought to really understand how the tire wear and everything works with them.
Yeah, I'm just so curious what happened to Dale Shaw. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I know in the oval cars, the tire wear has a cliff, and there are certain plateaus. So the car has a lot of grip for about 2 laps, and then that grip drops off and it plateaus off for a little while. And then it go about 15 to 20 laps, and then it drops down. And there's little cliffs every, depending on the car and the track. And so I don't know if he just hit a certain one that he was just
Wasn't
so,
expected.
yeah, so loose. But man, it was just unreal how loose he was getting there, and it comes out of the groove, and then ultimately just self spins. So I don't know if that spin was one of those itchy leg spins where, oh God, I've already messed up. Let me get this thing get calmed down or what. But yeah, he loses it again.
That or let me wind it back up real hard and just kind of maybe overdrove it some too.
But we're over here talking about, I'm over here talking about Dale Shaw, but our leader, Zach Wetstein, doing a great job, able to get back from 4th all the way now is taking the lead. And so Zach and Josh Oswald, Michael Wambold, and Michael Swink, your top 4 here, as we don't have that much time. We're going to get the green flag with 12 laps to go, and everything's a little bit wide open now, I think, Kyle.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting here is if Wambold gets a really good start back, and
Yeah, I'm definitely tracking on what you're saying. Is Wambold got a nasty start last time, and he's definitely really good at them. So we'll see if he's able to mimic what he did before. But here we go. Pace car is off. 12 laps to go as we try to finish the Virginia Slim 125. Zach gets a great jump. As
Zach got a great start right there.
Yeah, gets out. And that's what he's got to do. Is he's going to let these guys fight it out. Dale Shaw trying to take it 3 wide on William Griffith here, trying to reclaim what he lost. He's definitely got enough. Oh, as the wreck goes around, Davy Jones, Mike Steffen, Sam Wetstein, George Fernandez go around, and Davy Jones on his roof. And it looks like, oh, Mike Hasty involved as well. Mike Hasty trying to just have a good night, and has had a rough one. But Davy Jones still sitting on his roof, and he's going to have to take a tow. So let's go back and let's see what happened there.
Mike, before that restart, he got in the chat and was saying something about he had a steering issue. So I don't know what really happened there, or whether it was his steering issue that caused the wreck, or what the deal was.
Yeah, it looks like Mike was kind of stuck behind Kevin Anderson, drives down to the corner. Kevin drives in there as well. They both go high, and Steffen are going to try to get up under him, and Dave Jones was there. And man, as far as someone getting the bad end of that, Dave Jones upside down. Let's check that cockpit cam, as that's a scary view right there. Well, a lot of green flag racing, and then we get down to the end, and the short track takes over, and it's about to get messy, Kyle.
Yeah, I have to agree with you a little bit there. Everybody's running for that win, and we still got 10 cars on the lead lap. So we'll see how it shakes out here in a minute.
Yeah, we already saw Dale taking it 3 wide. You saw right there Mike Steffen trying to get under Kevin Anderson and gets 3 wide, and accidents happen. We saw Dale and William Griffith bounce off each other's wheels, so it is go time for these guys. Dale trying to get back to the front, made a mistake, and that was all it took, and he is back in 6th place, dominated this race, and has a lot of work to do if he's going to get back up there. But right now it's all Zach Wetstein, Wambold, and Josh Oswald. Those guys have been up front all night long, and I think that's where the race. Zach got a great restart that last time, so he's going to look to do the same this time around, as we see all kinds of guys blinking now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They're going to come to the green with, 9 to go?
Probably going to be about 6 laps to go probably when we go back green, so that ain't much time at all.
Yeah, it's going to be a drag race for sure.
Well, we got Micah Rebay in chat saying send it Josh Oswald. And he is in a good spot, sitting third. It's really, Wombold's really good at restarts, but Zach got a great jump there. If Josh can time it just right, that third place can be a nice place to start.
I'll tell you what, that might be the place to start on this restart because it's going to be a quick 6 laps or whatever it takes to get there.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, and I think we're not done having cautions. I think we're going to have multiple cautions, maybe some green-white checkers. I just can't imagine we go green to the end here. But
I'll tell you what too is William Griffith. He's jumped up there to 4th place right quick. He was back there in 6th a while ago.
Yep. I mean, there's still a lot of players in this game, and
Yeah,
anything could happen. We've already seen that. So, but getting ready to go green. Pace car getting ready to jump down onto the pit road, and Zach Wetstein gets a good jump there. Everybody just kind of getting a normal start. William Griffin getting kind of a run on Josh Oswald as we get a horrible camera angle here.
Oh, Davey, he almost got his nose chopped off.
We're watching Wombold, watching this battle for the lead as Zach really blinking now. Zach's up here lag switching. And Wombold maybe to the inside. I really can't tell. I think, he is to the inside. Zach may have had to lift while he was gone away up to space. And he's losing the lead. Wombold is taking the lead with 4 laps to go here. And Zach looking back to the inside, but we can't see Zach. I don't know where he's at. And Zach may be. Oh, that was very close. Oh, my goodness. I can't even see where he is. That's going to be trouble if this keeps up because that was almost a wreck because they couldn't see where he was. But Wombold takes the lead right now. Josh Oswald looking to the inside. Yeah, it does. No doubt about it.
Makes it really, really difficult for Josh because he's trying to win a race or get up there close to winning a race. And then when a guy disappears, you just can't see him. It's not a very good feeling to be in.
Well, moved Josh Oswald up to 2nd place. Zach Wetstein, I don't know how his car's handling because I don't see him long enough. But Josh Oswald's starting to work his way towards Wombold. Wombold kind of checking out about 3/10. So Josh is going to run him down. And Zach goes around. Caution not out just yet. We'll see if they throw it, and they do throw it. Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
He blinked and ended up on top of William Griffin's car.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a matter of time. They were probably telling him, hey, man, you're blinking. But at that point, you definitely don't want to just pull off. And I totally understand both sides, but knew it was going to something was going to happen there at some point.
But we're going to have green and white checkered here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is going to be wild. Well, but after that, Dale Shaw, though, up to 3rd place, although his car looks like it might be a little bit off pace. I don't know if that toe is messed up. Looks like William Griffin may be getting his spots back. It's hard for me to tell just yet. But Dale up to 3rd, but I see he wasn't able to really keep up there on that last run, so I don't know if he's got some damage that's bad enough that he can't maybe compete. I don't know, but.
Well, and that put Griff back. Griff got his spot back after that little incident, and so it's going to be interesting. We got Wombold and Oswald going to be on the front row, so it's going to be a drag race.
Well, and they call him the Grip Dozer for a reason. So
absolutely.
That blue car, we got to watch out for him. I mean, he wants to win just as bad as anybody else. And you get down here to the last lap, I tell you, it's a, friendships kind of go out the window, Everybody kind of understands the way that it is. Some people say, I like to race clean, but when it comes down to getting that win, they are hard to come by in this series. So you got to get them while you can.
Hey, and I'm kind of curious. Griff, he may have had a little bit of damage in that deal because they hit it looked like fairly hard. So it may be to where he has a little bit too much damage to be a contender.
Right. Yeah, we got a lot of people watching in chat, so good to see Monzo, Rebay. Good to see y'all in chat, man. Glad to have y'all watching. Janet Mount, you say, is Mar playing? I'm sorry, honey, I don't know what that means. You let me know, and I'll try to answer it for you. But is Mar playing? I don't know. I don't really know what that means. So. If Mar's a person, I don't see a Mar in here, so I don't think he is unless he's a nickname or something.
Well, could it be that she might be talking about Tanner Moore?
Oh, maybe, yeah. He's over at the Five Kings Network, so he may be in chat. I don't know. Speak up, Tanner Mar, if that's who you're talking about. Somebody in the chat looking for you. Answer your phone.
At least we'll give him a shout out.
Yeah. Oh, Tanner Mar at Five Kings Network. They broadcast over at Apex. I run that on Thursday night. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. Get to start the playoffs tomorrow.
All right, we gonna see what's gonna happen on this green and white checkered here.
Oh, you don't want to hear about me talking about Apex?
I love Apex.
You changed the subject.
No, I love Apex. As of right now, it's the second best league in iRacing.
Well, I'm with you. We're getting ready to go back on this first green white checker. Man, we got a lot of hungry drivers up here. I have no idea what's going to happen here. It's about to get wild. So, strap in.
We got Dale up there. He's strapped in that fourth place spot, and we're going to see how it works.
Yeah, maybe that. And he is all over the back bumper. Yeah, Wembo gets a great jump. Josh Oswald gets a huge push from Dale. Josh goes down to the bottom to guard that inside line. And Dale Shaw going to try to wind it up around the top side. He is able to clear Josh Oswald for second place. So Dale Shaw showing a lot of strength. 2 laps to go. Does he have enough time? He's going to have to get on that right rear. White flag is out for Mike Wambold. Dale Shaw, though, able to clear second. But I don't think he's got enough time, Josh, as Kyle has got a terrible camera angle right there. And he actually gets in the wall a little bit, Dale Shaw does. So going down in 3 and 4, your winner of the Virginia Slims 125, Mike Wambold, takes home the win. What a great race. A lot of green flag racing. Some cautions there to spice it up at the end, and Shaw comes back and finishes second. What a great run.
Josh Oswald for a great third.
What a race. That sure was a lot of fun. So, man, oh man.
Tell you what, I had a lot of fun up here in the booth with you.
Yeah, Kyle, man. I appreciate you jumping up here, making it a little bit fun, a little bit exciting. And we see the winner go for a ride. He gets knocked all up into the air. Well, there you go.
We got Oswald. He's on his lid.
Official results, Mike Wambold, your leader. Dale Shaw comes back and fights back and finishes second. Josh Oswald third. William Griffith fourth. Michael Swink fifth. Sam Wetstein with a great finish in sixth. Tyler Rice seventh. Kevin Anderson eighth. Mike Hasty ninth. George Fernandez 10th. Dave Jones with 11th. Zach Wetstein after that incident there, where he was blinking out, finished his 12th. That's disappointing. Mike Steffen as well with a disappointing 13th place. Hemi Giardini 14th and Gene Watson 15th. So let's go ahead and bring these guys in here. Let's talk to these drivers. And we'll start with Josh Oswald. Josh is in the booth. And Kyle as well. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys. What's going on?
Man, not too much. Well, interesting race. A long green flag run there to really set the tone for the race. And then at the end, just a bing, bang, bong of cautions there. And you were there. You had a lot of chances. What'd you need to maybe get that win tonight? And how was your race?
I think I just need to go back to a little bit little bit longer of a gear. I gave up too much straightaway speed. I was giving up a lot on entry. I went for shorter gear for a little more drive off, and it didn't last like I thought it would. It ate up the tires a little bit more. So I just need a little more end of straightaway speed to really carry it into the corner to complete those passes. I mean, it was good hard racing up front all race. I really enjoyed it, but need a little more straightaway speed there at the end would have helped. But and then tires, it really, that last cycle for that last green white checkered didn't do me any favors. It was like driving on ice skates.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looked like the tires really fell off there at the end.
I mean, we still ran fast laps at the end. I mean, I ran a 20.7 at the end. I mean, we were running 20.6s and stuff in qualifying. So the speed was still somewhat there. It just had to manhandle it a lot more there at the end. But third, still a solid finish. I'll take it.
Yeah, well, great finish, man. Who you want to thank? Who's your sponsors? You know the drill.
Oh, yeah. All the Thunderstruck admins and all the drivers for always showing up every week. Like, thank you for taking care of the broadcast for us. Big Frig Coolers and all my friends and family to watch at home. And a shout out to Magic Mike and the Hitman. Hope Hitman's real comfortable sleeping in his cruiser while he's quote unquote working tonight. It's a rough life, but somebody's got to do it. So,
Well, we know that he's been watching, so
yeah. Yeah.
Well, all right,
Oh,
Josh.
yeah.
Well, we will talk to you next week, I'm sure.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it.
Well, all right. Well, let's bring in our second place finisher. Dominated the race, but comes up short. Dale, this is Eddie and Kyle in the booth. You got us?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, man. Well, I know disappointing after really dominating that race. Those cautions at the end really, kind of really brought the field a lot closer. What I want to know is, when you lost the lead there, you got super loose. I went back and looked, didn't see you hit the wall or anything. What happened there? Did you just overcook that right rear?
So that's the first time ever on the sim. I've had iRacing since like 2012, where I've actually felt like I had a flat right rear tire. I don't know how to describe it. You felt like either the right rear was flat or the spring fell out, one or the other. That was one of the oddest things I've ever felt.
Well, you were able to get that going and then, try to fight back and get to a second place. I mean, what did you need? Maybe a couple more laps? Did it settle down after those cautions or, did it still kind of have that same feeling?
So it was weird. And honestly, I've been sitting here trying to figure it out, to be honest with you. For about the first lap or two, it wouldn't turn. Then it'd be good for about 3 laps. And then I'd be just wrecking loose from the rest. So I went and looked at my tires, and let's just say my right rear tire will be no good next week. We will need to get another one. But I don't know, man. I love Richmond. It's my favorite racetrack. I was just sitting riding. I was tight to lap 35, and then we got a little free. And I probably beat the right rear up a little bit much, but I didn't think I beat it up to where there might be 10% left of it right now.
well, I'll tell you what, you put on a dominating show for the first 100 laps, and I mean it was fun to watch. I hate the bad luck on the deal, but you still come back with a podium finish, and I think you did a heck of a job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's weird, like the last, 4 or 5 weeks. I haven't run tour mods before I joined this league 4 or 5 weeks ago, and every race we just get tight as it goes on, and then I guess Richmond, because it's a big track, got free at the end. But man, it was wild to drive, I'll tell you what.
Well, still, I wouldn't want to say a disappointing second place, but you definitely had the field covered. But come up just a little bit short there. Good recovery though. Congratulations. Who do you want to thank? Any shout out sponsors, friends, family you want to shout out?
Well, I was going to thank my buddies that I thank every week, but Russell and Dante didn't show up tonight. So I'll thank you guys for doing the broadcast stuff. I know Dante was messaging me during the race. He was watching the broadcast. But we got to turn this into a weekly thing. Do you know what track we go to next week?
Yeah, I sure do. And man, you put me on the spot, but I was ready this week. Langley is where we're going next week. So
I don't like Langley. Oh, well. Alrighty. Well, we'll see you boys next week.
It doesn't get much better. You got Langley and Lanier, 2 tracks that I think are just awful.
We go Bullring, Richmond, and then the 2 smallest tracks. So that's quite
hey, but we end the season at North Wilkesboro, which I'm excited about. So I think that'll be fun.
And I'm good with that too.
All right, man. Well, we'll catch you next week. Still a good finish, a good run, good recovery.
Thanks,
Yeah,
boys. Have a
great
good one.
race, Dale.
Thanks.
Oh, I cut him off. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Well, let's bring in our winner, Wombold. Michael, this is Eddie and Kyle in the booth. You got us?
Hell yeah, I gotcha.
Well, man, a wild race for you, kind of up and down, as you were able to be really fast on restarts, which is kind of your MO. You're really good at restarts, and then just seemed to kind of fall off in the middle, and then towards the end run you come back to life. So tell me about your race, what you were trying to do, and kind of your plan as you're trying to make it to the end of this race.
So my whole plan is to let Dale get as far away as possible, use up his tires, and I save my tires as much as I can while still, maintaining pace, trying to stay in front of the guy behind me. And usually by then, Dale's still faster than me. So I try to get a good jump on a restart or hope he gets in a lap car accident. And if that doesn't happen, I usually settle for second or anywhere behind that. But here, instead I was just bashing off the wall every other lap. Almost flipped it the one time. Was back to I think fourth or fifth, and I just ran. The restarts were really good. Thankfully, we got them cautions. I hate it for Wetstein Zach, and like he was blinking out towards the end there, and I'm not sure if we were like Josh said we were inside each other at one point. I'm not sure if I came down on him, if he came up on me, if we met. He was invisible to me, so I just hate that his race ended like that. He was definitely fast, and man, when we got that caution and the lap cars were starting to tell us that Dale was loose every corner going off, man, that was a good sign for us guys in second, third, and fourth, and played out good. Dale was there at the end though, but he was pushing like hell.
Well, it's never good to be inside Zach.
No.
Well,
Man,
all right.
that's
Well,
awesome.
I mean, a great deal. I mean, it really played into your strengths there at the end, being able to have those restarts. You're so good at them. And, man, come away with the win. The Virginia Slims 125, I think that's a fitting race for you to win. So congratulations, Wombold. Who you want to thank? Any sponsor shout-outs?
I want to thank you, Eddie, Kyle for this one. Another announcer here. Josh for hosting the league. Sorry, Zach, that things turned out. Put it, if this was real life, say it's your motor stuttering towards the end. I know it doesn't help, but no one else really. Just thank you guys.
All right, man. Well, good win.
All right,
We'll see you
man,
next week.
Hey, great race, Mike.
Thank you guys.
Well, all right, Kyle. Well, man, glad to have you in here. You jumped in here and made the broadcast better, and that's always a good thing. And so what do you take away tonight? What's your thoughts as we close this one out?
I'll tell you what, it from what I was here, it seemed like a heck of a race. And, unfortunately, there was a few late cautions to kind of take away from Dale's strengths. I mean, with him having an 8-second lead there for a while, it was his race to lose. And unfortunately, the cautions is what got him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it was sure a good, strong racing all night long.
Well, I agree. I think it was definitely his race by a mile, and I think had a few more laps, he may have been able to do something with it still.
I'll tell you what, if it had 3 more laps, I think he'd have come away with the win.
Yeah. I mean, he was extremely, extremely fast, but like he said, it just cooked that right rear a little bit. Got extremely loose, was able to allow, and the cautions allowing guys to be close enough to take advantage of that. I mean, had he been 8 seconds ahead of the field and you get loose, well, you lose a second or two and you're still good.
Yeah.
But those cautions brought everybody close, and he gets passed a couple times, and then he's just trying to catch up and just not any grip left. So, but it's still a great recovery, a great race, man. I tell you what, this series. Man, I think people sleep on this series. It's got some of the best racing that I do every week, and so definitely thank Josh Oswald for putting this on, man. All the admins who get this, make all this run, and all the guys who didn't show up tonight, man, y'all missed out on a good one. I think this has been a lot of fun, so definitely show up next week. Let's pack the field. Let's send some people home.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was just awesome racing all night long.
Well, as we look at the points and as they've been updated, we'll see the changes. Of course, Wombold getting that second win extends his lead out to 314 points over Mike Hasty, who had a tough night but still retains that second place. But Josh Oswald eating into that second place lead, now only 6 points behind Mike Hasty. And Michael Swink as well, still hanging on to it. And Sam Wetstein makes his way into the top 5. So a lot of movement here tonight. Even though we had a small field, Jason Lottridge didn't show up, so he dropped back a few places. So I tell you what, this championship's not over at all. So
Yeah, it's going to shape up to be a dogfight at the end.
yep, going to be fun. Defending champion Josh Oswald really setting himself up to be a player. Kind of been quiet, said he told me he wasn't worried about the championship at all. And I think that's what champions say. You know, I'm not really worried about the championship. And then, you know, you get down to the last couple races, and here they are, ready to pounce. So,
Yeah, I think Josh is more this year. I think he's more about having fun racing and not worrying about the championship as much, and how the chips falls, how they'll fall for him. You know, I mean, Josh is going to be really tough when it comes down to the final end for the championship run. I feel like, because he's got so much experience in these cars.
yeah, I mean, Weinbold has been the points leader for a while. Has definitely been extremely fast all season long, and you know, he needed this win tonight, I believe. I think he needed to get this win to extend out a little bit longer. If he had a bad race tonight, that points lead, man, it would be extremely tight going into the next race.
Well, it's a little bit of that cement that you put in the post hole. You know, it makes it harder for them guys to get out. You know.
Yep. So, very good race. Like I said, I want to thank you, Kyle, for jumping up in the booth. Man, like I said, you added to the broadcast, and that's always fun. But next week, we are headed to Langley. Then we hit Lanier, and then we end the season at North Wilkesboro on February 16th. So if you've been coming out watching, you like it, you enjoy it, come on by, talk to us. Glad to have y'all in chat. It's a lot of fun. And we will see you next week.